Hi everyone, this is Henry from Playerole. Welcome everybody on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Welcome everyone. I am here to talk about anything you want to talk about. That's me, the DM from Playerole. Before I begin, we have a game tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central, the very end to our campaign. Come join us tomorrow as well. It's a great game. It's just a wonderful ending. At least I hope so. Hopefully my players will enjoy it and you guys will enjoy it as well. With that being said, without further ado, let's start the episode. First episode of DM Talk. Let's talk about anything you want to talk about. But let me introduce myself. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've been gaming since I was 15. And I can be here all day talking about it. When I was a kid, that's all I did was play role-playing games. I went outside, I did what every kid does. We played baseball, we played soccer ball, whatever you want to do, we did as a kid, we played. And it was a great time. But there was other things I did. I role-played. I role-played D&D, I role-played Cyberpunk, I role-played Shadowrun, I role-played so many role-playing games, and to me that was my enjoyment, my time off of work, after school. It was great. What did you guys do? Let me know, chime in here, and whoever's there on Facebook, hello, thank you for joining me. If you want to go ahead and comment, go ahead, don't be afraid to comment. I don't bite. I'm a very outgoing person. Hit me up with your comments. Let me know what you think of the campaign. What do you think of the campaign? Do you like it? You don't like it? What am I doing wrong? I'm human. I make mistakes. But anyways, I was saying, I'm digressing. When I was a young kid, I played a lot of role-playing games, and D&D was the start of it. And Dungeons & Dragons was my favorite. Now, I didn't always like D&D. Yes, that's right. I didn't always like D&D. There was a period in my time where, when I grew up as a kid, there was a time that I didn't like Dungeons & Dragons. I played Earth Dawn, and my buddies in Canada, in Joliet, Illinois, they all know that Earth Dawn, I ran for them. We had some pretty epic games, and let me tell you, it was great. We had a great time. Did I like Earth Dawn? I loved Earth Dawn. Earth Dawn was wonderful. But let's talk about Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons is an immersive world. Multitude of different realms. Your realm, my realm, everybody's realm. You can pretty much do what you want with it. You could homebrew your game and create an immersive RPG. What do you think? Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about RPGs. When did you start playing role-playing games? Well, anyways, let me continue. When I was a kid, let me go back to that. We talked about Earth Dawn. I played D&D with my friends. We had a good time playing it. Role-playing games were a thing for me. We didn't have this. This came later. It came later. Yes, it did. But we all had our own imagination. We imagined ourselves in a dense forest, carrying swords and spears, and we had a great time adventuring new fantasy worlds. But back then, people were also against Dungeons & Dragons religiously, and they didn't like it so much because of that. They didn't like the fact that you were, using your imagination and going elsewhere. They always wanted to use and saying it was evil, but it's not. It's an extension of your imagination. It's a lot of fun. Everybody has fun, and that's it. You have fun. The dice determine your outcome, and that is the core of role playing. Now, is that for you? Maybe not, but it is for me. It is for my friends that you'll see in tomorrow's game. Well, let me continue on. When I had my group, and my group consists of 8 players, 9 players, went down to 4, jumped back to 8, then it went to 12. I also played Vampire the Masquerade. And for those of you who know me and played with me in my campaigns, I'm really good at telling a story. I love playing a game and telling a story. That's what I do. Do I like the game mechanics? Yeah, the game mechanics are there to help you. They're there to advance your story, to help you with your attack roll, to help you with if you're doing some form of magic or whatnot. The game mechanics are important, yes, but the number one thing, in my opinion, to drive a story, to drive your imagination, is a story. You can have a lot of dice rolling, and without your knowledge and your creativity, there is nothing. It's just playing Yahtzee. It's just playing Monopoly. Because a role-playing game is an extension of your imagination. I've had so many NPCs that my players dreaded. So many NPCs that my players wanted, they loved. And my players in Illinois, Amanda, Jim, brother and sister, they know Mas. And by that name, they know who I'm talking about. Vampire the Masquerade. Very, very, very cool NPC. And we played for over a year, for over maybe almost 2 years. Over 2 years. And let me tell you, when you role play and you have that type of camaraderie with your players, the game grows. And you don't want to stop it. Why should you? Continue it. If the story's fresh and strong, continue it. Now, what makes a role-playing game? I'm connecting all this. I do have a connection. I'm bringing my past up for a reason. And I'm telling you more of who I am just to let you know in my games that I'm outgoing. You can say anything you want to me, good or bad. I can take it. It doesn't matter. I've been here a while. I've been role-playing for a long time. I know the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I've played games that are ugly. I've also played games that are fantastic. I ran games that are fantastic, immersive, epic. And in campaign 1, season 1, that you will experience the end tomorrow, that epicness is Playerole. This encompasses everything. The fact that you can just sit down and role play and have fun and imagine yourself in that setting is role playing, is a core of role playing. You can check out any stream, all the streamers out there and all the content users. And let me tell you, they have an immersive story as well. They are awesome, every single one of them. Why? Because they are in their mode. They are dropped in their game. That's their setting, their world. Mine is Dominulus. Mine is the city of Amazur. Mine is the city, the palace of Jamorna. That is all in my game. Now, let's go back to my friends in Joliet, Illinois. We played Vampire Earth Dawn. Again, it wasn't D&D. It was D&D-ish, but it was a fantasy setting. I love fantasy. What do you like? Comment here and let me know what you like. chat with me. This is what this is about. I'm not afraid of any topic. Chat, chat, chat. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this is your forte. If not, I get it. It's going to take a little while for this show to take off. I understand. Not everybody can chime in and talk to the host. I get it. But let me tell you, I don't bite. I am going to be 100% honest. I'm going to be 100% telling you what role-playing is. I'm going to tell you everything about role-playing, anything you need to know. Because RPGs is my world. My wife, Melissa, when I met her, she would always get mad. She'd be like, "Oh, you're role-playing again." It's every week thing. And it can really take over your life. It really can sometimes. But you know what? You love it. And now we're doing a show that she understands everything about it. She loves it. She's smiling at me right now. She's smiling. She loves it. I love it. It's not always perfect because I'm not perfect. Sometimes there's going to be people saying, "Oh, mechanically this went wrong in the game or this didn't do right." You know what? Fuck it. You know what it's about? It's about story. It's about you're enveloped inside the game. You're enjoying yourself. You are creating a character. You're being that character. It's like you're in a movie. Now, when I was growing up, I had two options. More than two. But when I was growing up, I had options. I went outside and played like every other kid. I did. I had fun. But I also found friends of mine who loved the role playing. And we had a group. We had multiple DMs when we played. I played great games throughout my life. Now, does that mean that I should stop? It's a game and that's it? No, hell no. It's fun. It's fun. And I love to write and I love to tell stories. And by doing it visually, by telling everyone about it is a great thing. Now, excuse me a moment. Get something to drink here. I recently stopped drinking Coke. Now I'm drinking Coke Zero. Not a better option, but a little better at least. Anyways, getting back to what I was saying. Role-playing is what it is. We can talk about this every day, all day. We can talk about role-playing games, what you like, what you didn't like about role-playing games. But role-playings are cool. It's the end right now. But back then, again, we didn't have this. When I was growing up, we had pen and paper. And we made our characters by the book, opened the book up, made our characters, turned to page 1, 2, 3, whatever. And we made a character. It took a couple hours because everybody wanted to pick the proper weapons, the equipment, the name, the background, all that stuff. It wasn't boring as hell. It was a long time, but it was cool. Let's see the book, what you got. There's some guys that had a stack of books. We had them all off the table. We played in the morning, had breakfast, and then played in the afternoon towards the evening. Yes, I'm a geek. I'm a pseudo geek. You could call me all you want. Call it like it is. I'm a geek galore. And you know what? I love it because that's what I like. I'm a geek. And my wife married a geek and she knows it. So that is what we did. We made our characters, and after we made our characters, the DM would run the game. And sometimes we would run till, wee hours of the night. Now, is that for you? Maybe not. Maybe you'll play the game for a couple hours, 4 hours or whatnot, and that's it. And I don't have a problem with that. That's fine. If you want to play for a couple hours, 4 hours, and play your game, and then join your group every week or every other week or once a month, that's up to you. It's your table, and you have your guys or your people, and you decide what to do as a group. Everything is a group. It's not just about the DM. It's not just about the group. It's everyone. Everyone together. That's what makes the game so good. Because you understand. My wife's not trying to make noise. She's awesome. And hon, you can make noise. It's okay. It's all right. So I was saying, as a kid, we got together, we had a great time, we just role played it our asses off, and I want to make sure nobody's calling. Okay, so we role played our asses off, we made our characters, we sat down, had a game, we had miniatures. We didn't have all the minis back then. We had some, but it wasn't like it is today. It wasn't like we had all these castles, and all these diverse lands and everything. I mean, all that background is awesome if you could afford it, because it is expensive. Now it is very expensive. I will tell you that the best way to roleplay, to me, without minis, without all that rigmarole, theater of the mind. Bingo. A lot of people would be like, no, Henry. No, you cannot do it. We need minis. We need a set. We need... Why? It was originally intended for theater of the mind. It wasn't intended for miniatures. It was never intended for miniatures. I don't care what anybody says. It was theater of the mind. When you could imagine yourself in that mode, when you could imagine yourself in a stream, you're climbing these rocks, you have a backpack, you have a sword at your side, and you have this winged creature swooping down, trying to take you down. When you can imagine that, you don't need a miniature. Yeah, I use it for my show. I use it for my show. It's great. Hey, Facebook, what's up? Come on down. Let's chat. Tell me what you think. Don't be shy. Make a comment. Let me know what you think. Anyways, I was saying that's the essence of role-playing. When you imagine yourself, immerse yourself in the game, and the miniatures, yeah, they're a good point of view. They tell you where you are on a map. But when you can imagine yourself in the world, that's the role-playing game. That's the perfection of it. It's not, let's build this landscape and build all this stuff. To be honest, it's great to do all that. It's beautiful. It looks amazing. And I'm not knocking it. I'll do it. But there's sometimes my group knows it, that I will do theater of the mind. And they're like, wow. Well, the reason being is because I want to bring it back to the way RPG used to be. RPG, role-playing games, used to be theater of the mind 100%. You used to have a pen, used to have dice, and a piece of paper. And you had your mind, you had your soul, you had you getting into character. What's wrong with you? This is what we got to do. Your character, huh? You get into character. You role play your butt off in that story. That's what makes an RPG. You don't have to be an actor and a voice actor. I like doing it because I'm a goofy fuck. I love doing it. But you don't have to. You can tell a story without voice acting. You can tell a story without doing voices. There's nothing wrong with that. as long as you have your mind and you imagine where you're at. Oh, you can say, oh, this guy's old. Why is he playing a game? Well, you know what? Everybody plays. That's... Thank you, Bridget. Thank you for chiming in. But that's a role-playing game. Can it be boring? Thank you for commenting. Let me say hi here. Can it be boring? Absolutely. Will it be boring sometimes? Yeah. And combat can be boring. Roll dice, move your mini, all that crap. But you know what? What makes role-playing to me is you are sitting there, you're part of that character. You're forgetting about the real world. You're forgetting about the world, the stress. All is out, and you're role-playing Emerson, you're role-playing Sir Hideous, whatever you create as a name. Sir Hideous, I know, on the top of my head, right? Just whatever you come up with, you do. You just come up with a name, role-play your character, and go at it. You don't have to be a perfect actor, voice actor. You don't. You really don't. People think, oh yeah, you're being stupid, but you're not. You're having a great time. You're having a great time. Hey, Facebook, thank you for chiming in. Hey, YouTube, thank you for chiming in. Come on, Twitch. Come on, Rumble. Come on in. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you feel. Now, as a kid, there's people that'll tell you, oh, you know, it's bad for you. Dungeons & Dragons is bad. Religiously, it's bad. No, it's not bad. It's your extension of your imagination. You're playing a game. You're having a good time. Everybody's having a good time. You're not drinking. You're not doing drugs. And you're not killing anybody. You're having a great time. Okay? And in the game, you're having a great time. You're, you'll be doing a little killing in the game, but it's all fictitious. It's all in fun. It's all fantasy. Okay? See, a lot of people will take that and say, oh, well, that's too much. I can't handle that. I can't handle role-playing games like this. I can't handle games like this. It's too much for me. My imagination isn't there. Then you know what? Don't fucking play. Don't play. Don't play the game. Click and move on. Go somewhere else. Period. That's how you do it. Don't play the game. It's like playing a game of Monopoly. If your friend cheats and you don't like it, tell him off. Hey, you're cheating. You know, you're cheating. Fucking leave. That's what you have to do. Now, what are other things that can make a role-playing game? Other than the DM, the players, acting. Let's talk about the game mechanics. The game mechanics are important. Yeah, they are. They are important. You have your abilities. You have your skills. You have your feats. You have all that stuff. That is great. Now, could it be that mechanics get in the way? Absolutely. Absolutely. Mechanics are a tool. Like all the books and the rules are a tool. They're a tool to help you to move forward. But if you get stuck, then move fucking on. There is no reason for you to turn page by page looking for a rule and stopping the game. You know why? Because role-playing, again, back in the day, role-playing game is an extension of your imagination. It's not game mechanics. I'm sorry, but it's not. No. When you played Cops and Robbers as a little kid, did you stop and say, hey, are we doing this right? No, you play. You have fun. D&D is the same way, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. Am I wrong? Am I full of crap? Let me know what you think. Comment here. Let me know. This is the first episode. So again, thank you for everyone, the ones that have shown up, to like and chime in. Thank you very much. I'm going to keep talking for a little bit longer because I have more to say about this. To me, role-playing game, let's get back to the game mechanics of it. Yeah, there's game mechanics. There are two. The books, they're all tools, but they're not the drive. They're not the core. The core to a role-playing game is you. The core to a role-playing game is you. You can be a game mechanic junkie, and if you don't have the drive to roleplay, it's like playing fucking Monopoly. It's like playing Yahtzee. It's like playing Jenga. That's it. It's soulless. There isn't. Game mechanics are cool, yes. They go with the game, yes. But they are a tool. They don't fucking make 100% the role-playing game. Want to know why? Because you could have the best game mechanics ever, and if your characters suck, if you cannot role-play your character, the game will suck. Want to know why? Because that's what role-playing is. Role-playing. It's in the name. RPG. It's in it. Trust me. I've role-played a lot of games. Not just D&D. I played them all. And you know what I'm going to tell you? It's role-playing that makes what role-playing is. Let's the big streamers. I'm not going to mention their names. The big streamers that do what I do. Okay? They role-play for a reason. They do their voice acting for a reason. They do the things that they do for a reason. The game mechanics, yes, they're there as a tool, but they do not let the game mechanics control their game. The role-playing is what the game is. It's RPG. When somebody says tabletop RPG, what does that mean? You're playing around a table with a bunch of guys or girls, and you are role-playing. You are rolling dice, yes. It's a game mechanic. You have stats, yes. That's all part of the game mechanics. But those game mechanics can be there, but if you can't roleplay your character, there is absolutely no game. You will be, hi, my name is Henderson. I am here to roleplay. I'm rolling dice now. Hi, how are you? Okay, let's move on. That is fucking boring. Vomit. I'm spewing right now. That is not the way it's done. I'm sorry. All of you can disagree with me. Or agree with me. Chime in. Let me know what you think. If I'm full of shit, please let me know. I'm not. I will argue with you. I am headstrong, but I will argue with you, and I will win because I am right. Role-playing is a role-playing game. It is you, the character, that makes that game, not the game mechanic. Dungeons and Dragons, per se, what makes it so good is the fantasy, the different realms, the magic, the characters, the classes behind it. The dragon, the different type of dragons, the different types of creatures. When you describe a creature, you're describing the creature. You're describing that character unsheathing its sword. You're describing that warrior on the horse. You're describing the castle, the ivory tower. You're describing that mountain far away. You're describing the sky, the river, the ocean. Is that game mechanic to you? No, it isn't. When you talk to somebody in the game, when you meet somebody in the tavern, what are they doing? They're role-playing. That's the ambience of the game. That's what the essence of what a role-playing game is. That is RPG. When I grew up, I had pen and paper. That's all I had. I didn't have these fancy miniatures. I didn't have a landscape. I didn't have, all this stuff that people have today. A role-playing game, all I had was my players, me, and the imagination. Because without that, there is no role-playing game. You'll go back to the AI. You'll go back to the robotic movements. You will go back. No. Don't want that. That is, I'm spewing vomit right now. That is disgusting. I don't like that. I don't want that. And I want my audience and people out there to understand who I am. I'm the DM that loves to roleplay. Do I have miniatures? Yeah, I do. My players like that stuff. They do. But I want everybody to join in and play your role, to understand, to know that we're about roleplay. That's all I got for you guys. Hey, pretty touchy subject. At least it was for me. I'll see you guys in the next episode of DM Talk. I want to throw one next week, and I'll let you know what happens. Actually, before I go, I just got this comment here. Okay. Let me read this comment. You run a wonderful game with people that love to play with you and have as your DM. Always a good time. You always find a way to make us laugh and enjoy the game the way it should be. You're the best RPG I know. Your stories are amazing and always have a great ending. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate your comment. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, everyone, for commenting and staying with us. But I will see you guys in the next episode of DM Talk. Catch you later.